Shalom.
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 A couple of brothers from GMS Houston. First, we would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to our elders and apostles, the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 scattered across the four winds. Shalom.
Shalom.
We got a quick lesson we want to go into. We want to go into the chapter Isaiah chapter 14. I don't know who I read.
For the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, will have mercy on Jacob. Oh, sorry, Salaki. Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to have mercy on Jacob, and the stranger is going to cleave to him. Can I get somebody to pull Psalms 102 and 13? Isaiah 54.
Got you, Psalms 102.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah. Psalms 102 and 13.
Fine.
This is Psalms chapter 102 and verse 13. Thou shalt arise and have mercy upon Zion, for the time to favor her. Yea, the set time is come.
See, the Lord is going to have mercy on Jacob, and that's just going to back it up. Somebody got Isaiah 54 and 7.
This is Isaiah 54 and verse 7. It says, for a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment. It says, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy Redeemer.
Yeah, so the Lord has said that he's going to have mercy on Jacob, and the strangers, I got a precept for that. That'll be Ezekiel 47, verse 22. The strangers are the Israelite foreigners. The strangers are the Israelite foreigners, to better get an understanding of that. But
Hey, that was Isaiah what?
Ezekiel, that was Isaiah 54, 7 and 8. And then Ezekiel chapter 47.
Hey, can I just to give a more clarification on, that it's talking just about Israel. I'm gonna start at verse 6 on that Isaiah 54. This is Isaiah 54 and verse 6. It says, for the Lord Yahweh have called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit. Now if we go to what is that, Jeremiah, where it says that Yahweh has likened Israel to a woman. 62 kind. We can pull that real quick just to show that woman that is talking about Israel, which is so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans.
This is Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 2. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
There we go again, that word Zion. Okay, in the Hebrew, that's it breaks down to a monument. Okay, that's going into Israel. Okay, like I said, the 12 tribes, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So I'll read that again.
Would you read up?
This is Isaiah 54 and verse 6.
Okay.
It says, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit. It says, in a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith thy power. Okay, because what's going on now, we at one point we were forsaken. We didn't know the names. We didn't know who we were as a people. Okay, but he's saying that this is starting with Abba Bivens, okay, which we believe through the Spirit is John the Baptist. Okay, came back in the reincarnation, but now has he brought us back to him? Okay, now we can claim that we're Israel. Now we know who we are. Like the brother said, when you go into the strangers in Isaiah 14, that's talking about the Israel that's been outcast. Okay, that's been without, not knowing who we are, and we're all strangers because we don't. At one point, we didn't know who we were. Okay, but he has woken us up to who we are. It says, this verse 7, it says, for a small moment have I forsaken thee. That small moment, because like I said, at one point we didn't know. It says, but with great mercies will I gather thee. And that's what happened. Okay? We heard, and we heard that we was Israelites. Okay? We heard that, okay, we have an enemy. Okay, we always knew something was wrong, something wasn't right, but now it just makes a lot more sense. Okay, we are the chosen people of the Most High. Deuteronomy 76, we are a special people, holy people unto the Most High. And we understand these things now. You see, in verse 8, it says, in a little wrath, I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua thy Redeemer. Okay, because hey, he's what is that scripture where he said, I got you engraved in my palm?
Yeah.
You better know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I got you.
If we get that just real quick, just to further this point, is that he will always have mercy on Israel, man. Okay?
And then also there's the Israelite foreigners too.
I got that
Those
up.
look like the other heathen nations.
Right, because we've been scattered.
Mm-hmm.
You got
This is Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 16. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me.
Continually before me. It said, keep going on. It's more on that.
Verse 17, it says, thy children shall make haste. Thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth from thee.
Okay. Salakia, start above that, verse above that.
Okay, Isaiah 49 and 15. Can a woman forget her sucking child,
Right.
that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget.
Right. And what he's saying is, I'll never forget thee. You know, that was pretty much the point, is that we're gonna ever be before him, man. But you got it, Salakia.
Can somebody get that the word strangers in the blue letter?
I'm on the King James. It's Strong's H1616 and it's Gar. The outline is sojourner, temporary inhabitant, a newcomer lacking inherited rights, foreigners in Israel, though conceded rights. And then when you go up, properly a guest, by implication a foreigner, alien, sojourner, stranger.
That conceded rights means an individual that basically gave away their rights. You know, it's like they are Israel, but they live in a foreign land, so therefore they don't have the same inheritance at that time because they live in a foreign land. But I guess did somebody get the Ezekiel 47 and 22?
All right, this is Ezekiel 47, chapter 47 and verse 22. It says, and it shall come to pass that ye shall divide it by lot for an inheritance unto you, and to the strangers that sojourn among you, which shall beget children among you, and they shall be unto you as one born
in the land.
It's like it says, and they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel.
So that's an Israelite foreigner, you know. But we can go to
It had a little more. Yeah. It says, they shall have inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel. And that's to further your point. That those
are the strangers
right.
that is speaking about in verse 1.
Okay. Yeah, and that goes to show you that, you know, the those that look like the other nations, but it's only for Israel. This is talking about the Israelite foreigners. Yeah, the heathens will be joined with us, but they're going to be in captivity. You know, for those who, you know,
they're going to be our possession.
Yeah,
right.
Well, I mean, that's
right.
The second verse.
I got a precept though, just to add on. This is Romans chapter 11 and 1. It says, I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. But just that point on, you know, the Lord isn't going to cast away Israel, because that's that mercy shown, as it said in Isaiah the 14th chapter.
And the title for that is Israel has not been rejected.
Exactly. So that's why those strangers are Israelites, because they went off, but they ultimately weren't rejected, like the scriptures say. You know, that's the mercy shown in the Lord. Just like even reading Hosea the 1st chapter, you know, starting up how the Lord is gonna take his mercy away, but then he will have mercy. You know, that's a part of the Lord having mercy upon Jacob and yet choosing Israel again, because once we were cast off, meaning how? Because we served other idols.
Right.
You know, we worshiped the other gods, so the Lord cast us off. But
right.
He had mercy upon us.
Right. He hid his face from us.
Yeah.
We didn't know who we were. Like you're saying, as a people, we didn't know who we were.
Hey, and Hosea, like you mentioned, Hosea 1, I think in verse 9 it says, "Ye are not my people,"
Right.
meaning
Right.
that you
Hosea.
cut off. Yeah,
Yeah,
you cut off from being my people. But it says, "But in the land of your captivity,
You will
there
live.
it will be said,
Yeah.
you're my
right.
people."
You'll be the
Right.
sons of
Yeah.
the living
Right.
God.
Right.
Con.
So here we are in the last days, in the land of our captivity. Now it's being told to us, "You are the people of Yahweh." But hey, anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So showing you we were those strangers.
right.
Con.
So anybody can't see that. Hey, it ain't for you to see it. You'll see it on the.
On the other
Other
side.
Yeah.
Con. Verse 2.
Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
So this is talking about the other heathen nations. You know, I got
I got a
Isaiah.
precept. Oh, go ahead.
I got a Isaiah 49 and 22. If anybody can pull that for me.
This is
22 and 23.
This is Isaiah 49 and verse 22. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring my sons in their arms,
Thy sons.
and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me."
Con. So the Lord is going to make sure that the Gentile nations are going to serve us. You know, serve us in captivity as they had us in captivity. I guess, I don't know if somebody want to pull Revelation 13 and 10.
God, that's the precept I had.
Con.
This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints."
I mean, and it's outlining it, you know, in several different places. It's saying these heathens are going to have to serve us because of what they have done to us.
Right.
You know, I guess we can go to verse 3. Now let you
I have
got
a
precept. All kinds of precepts.
Yeah, I got a precept on that. Just real quick. This is Psalms 149 and verse
8.
Start at verse 7.
Okay.
It says, "Let the saints be joyful in glory, and let them sing aloud upon their beds." Sing aloud what? The gospel. Okay, that's good news that they were going to get that payback. Okay, that these devils there, they had us under, for a time, but we're going to get that payback. You see, you had something?
Not just to add on, like it says, they wore out the saints.
Right.
So there's going to be a recompense for that.
That's right. Right. It says, verse 6, it says, "Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth." Okay, what is that? We're talking about the scriptures. Okay, it says, "In a two-edged sword in their hand." Now, this is going to happen in the kingdom. Okay, and that's literal. Okay, because we're going to be teaching, we're going to beat them into submission, man. Okay, they're not going to just want to go along. You know, they're going to be beat into submission, man.
Like it says, going back to that Daniel, as I quoted, it says, the saints shall take the kingdom.
That's
right. You take it, like you overthrow it.
Right.
You have the dominion over it. So
just like these heathens came to the U.S. of A. and put the northern tribes into subjection and put them in slavery. I mean, they took the kingdom, they took the land. You know, we're gonna take the land, we're gonna take the kingdom, we're gonna put them in subjection.
That's right.
Just how they did us.
Right.
Exactly how they did us.
Right. And it's a little more on that. It says, this verse 7, it says, "To execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people." Okay, all these other nations that don't want to get down with the law, statutes, and commandments, they're going to be put into submission. It says, "To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron." Okay, because they go ahead. You got
I
something?
was going to say, that goes to that Deuteronomy 30 and 7. You know, the curses are going to be put upon them. Isn't a part of Deuteronomy 28? We had a yoke of iron amongst our necks. We were brought here in slave ships, like the brother brought out in Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity.
Right.
And it just wasn't the Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. Don't forget about these Arabs.
Right.
Can't forget about these Hamites.
Right.
You know, everybody that had a hand in our captivity when you go into the Apocrypha. With your brother,
All the other nations had their hand in our captivity. Still to this day, they still got us depressed and oppressed.
Moab and Ammon, you're not exempt.
All the other nations, all of them, when they have these summit meetings, that's every other nation except for Israel, man. And that's their plotting against us, man. What you got on?
Say the true Israelites.
Right, come on. This is verse 9. It says to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise you, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And that's what we're looking forward to, man. We're looking forward to the kingdom wherein the righteousness dwells, man. Not this abominable filth, man. You see?
I got a precept. You were done with that?
Come on.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Right.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. And that's a prophecy yet to come. It's going to be fulfilled. Just like we're going into Isaiah, that's the same thing that Jeremiah saw. Just like even going back to Jacob and Esau, the younger is going to the older is going to serve the younger. So it's a part of prophecy and it's going to be fulfilled. So going back to Isaiah 14:2, that's what it's talking about, how those that had us as a possession, we're going to possess them. They're going to be our servants now.
Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to give us, rest from all of this captivity that we've been in. I mean, I don't know if brother get 2nd Esdras chapter 7 verse 34. Another brother get Romans 11 and 26, and Revelation 21 and 4.
I'll give Revelation.
You said Romans 11 and 26?
Con.
What was the second week called?
2nd Esdras 7 and 34.
Yeah, because like scriptures say in Micah 2 and 10, arise ye in the park, because this is not your rest. Who is that not having rest? Israel, man.
Israel.
We're getting beat in and day out, man. Like the brother had mentioned earlier, wearing out the saints. Who are the saints? Israel. You see? This is not our rest, man.
I'm going to say Micah 2 and 10, arise ye in the park, for this is not your rest. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. In Jeremiah, I think it's 51 and 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Why? Because this is not our rest. You got it out. Which one you wanted first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. You got it out. I got 2nd Esdras 7 and 34.
Con.
But judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. 2nd Esdras 7 and 35. And the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. 2nd Esdras 7 and 36. Then said I, Abraham, prayed first for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness, and Yahushua after him for Israel in the time of Akshan, and Samuel and David for the destruction, and Solomon for them that should come to the sanctuary.
Man.
Was it?
Con. But yeah, that's I mean, it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest and sorrow from thy sorrows.
Right.
I don't know if I might have. Can you read that again or no?
2nd Esdras 7, I'm starting at 34.
Con.
All right, 2nd Esdras 7 and 33. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. I think that's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. It was 33.
No, you so
But yeah, so the Most High is gonna, that sorrow is gonna pass away. You know, the Most High is gonna make it so, you know, the bondage that we have gone through, He's gonna make all of that suffering go away. That'll be that Revelation 21:4.
You got it already?
Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 21 and verse 4. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
And that says exactly what it means. You know, there will be no more death, no more sorrow, and the former things are passed away. You know, in that day. You know, I don't know if
And this is just talking about just Israel, because these other nations, okay, they're not getting that blessing though. Okay, this first and foremost, this is gonna happen in the kingdom. Okay, that's when we're gonna get our rest. Okay, we're not getting no rest here, man. We don't. This is a punishment for us. You see, but like I said, Salakia, I'm gonna read it again. It says, "And the Most High shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes." Yeah, because we're constantly crying and sighing, man. Okay,
For all the abominations.
we're constantly crying and sighing, man. It says, "And there shall be no more death." Okay, that's only coming for Israel, man. Okay, we're not gonna die. Why is that? Because we're gonna have the law statutes in our hearts, man, in our minds.
We have
Okay,
a
new body. Okay, a new heart.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we're not gonna go off, so there's not gonna be any death. We're gonna continually have life.
No more death for Israelites.
So Israel, kind, brother. Kind. It says,
because you other nations gonna get that 1,000-year, captivity, especially Esau, Edom. That 1,000 years before you get evaporated.
all right, it says, "Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." That's why when brothers see these prophecies going popping off, we get excited because we're getting that much closer every day. We're getting closer and closer to the kingdom. Okay, we're catching hell here, man. Like the scripture said at the beginning of that verse, there will be no more tears. Okay, man, we're looking forward to that, man.
Right.
Okay, new heaven and a new earth. Okay, but you got it, bro.
I got a quick one, because you mentioned something.
You on the line, brother?
He's on.
Okay,
Hey,
real quick,
shalom,
let this brother.
Kinda, you got it.
Let this brother get his precept real quick. And then we got you.
This is because you mentioned about us being destroyed, roughly paraphrasing, but this is Baruch 4:6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction. We're not here to be destroyed, even though we've been mentally destroyed, but we've been built back up. But because ye moved Yahweh to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. We've been scattered all around the earth, delivered into all these other nations' hands because of what we did. This is not for our destruction, because we got something better than this. And a matter of fact, I think the historians and whatnot, how they compared our slavery here, they said we can't picture any other nation surviving this. So even with all that, no other nation could go through this. But continuing on, this is Amos 3:2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. This is Israel, Jacob. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. So we're getting punished like this. So what's going to be the outcome after all this? If we're getting punished like this for disobeying the Lord, what are we going to get for obeying him? The kingdom, that rest,
Right, Tom, because Deuteronomy 28, 1-14, it tells us.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a
So
question.
I can side have one.
I'll get it.
Kasai, you had something, Mark?
John, brother had made mention to, us being in those new bodies, man, that new covenant that's coming in that day. When the Lord comes and reverse all these things, that, all these curses that's on us and everything, and changes everything, puts us into rulership, from out of this lower condition, and give us praise in the land, change our shames into fame, so to speak. So I want to go into Jeremiah 31 right quick. It says, "Behold, the day comes, says the Lord Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah." It says, "Not according to the covenant that I made with the fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts and write in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. So the Lord is going to write those laws in our hearts, so we're not going to go off anymore. So that's going to do away with that death, because transgression of the law, inside the house of Israel, that is, transgression of the law is death and everything. So we won't be subject to going off. We'll be ruling these other nations by that law, by that iron and everything. So we'll be putting them down and beating them into submission as the brothers are going into.
Right.
But we won't be subject to be going off. And it says, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. So we're going to be the Lord's people once again. And he's going to be watching over us and protecting us. This last verse right here says, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. For they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, says the Lord Yahweh. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. So we'll be washed clean and free. And it's another cut to show that the people that's over there in the land, the small hats, the rats, are not the people and everything. Because in that time, man, it would be peace on earth. And right now, there's nothing but chaos on earth.
That's right. Nothing but chaos.
Where you was at, Jeremiah 31 and what?
31.
31,
Jeremiah 31, 31 to 34.
Okay, cut.
Okay. Got that. You said you had one?
Yeah. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, in verse 14. It says, sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. Verse 15, the Lord hath taken away thy judgments. He hath cast out thine enemy. The King of Israel, even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. So that's a part of those, what did it say? The sorrows are going to be taken away. So verse 16, it says, in that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not. And to Zion, let not thine hands be slack. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. So I just wanted to hit that point how, that's what it was. Lord is going to give us rest. But, within that rest, we're never going to be we're never going to see evil anymore. It's going to be, like y'all said, the curse is going to be lifted. Those evils are going to be taken away from us, man.
Right. We won't have to worry about that anymore. I guess the last one.
This is Romans 11 and verse 26. The precept the brother had called. It says, and so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
So all of Israel will be saved eventually, because the deliverer is going to turn, he's going to turn us away from all of the wickedness that we've been going through. That's the lifting of those curses. And plus, as Kasai has said in Jeremiah 31 and 31, he's going to give us a new heart to where we're not going to be able to go off. Right. We're not going to be able to go off at all. Right. So, that right there in itself, that's great and wonderful.
And if I can add, like it said, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer. Okay, you read that in Matthew 1 and 21. He shall save his people from their sin. Who is his people? Israel. Zion. Okay? He's the deliverer. That's why his name is He Deliverer. Yahweh, He delivered. It says it shall return away ungodliness from Jacob, delivering them from their sins. That's how we're saved. It's through Yahweh, man. You see? But you got it on. You had a point, Kasai?
No, you got it.
You go ahead with that. Verse 4.
1:4. Isaiah 14 and 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
See, that king of Babylon is talking about Esau, Edom in these times. Back then they were in the Babylonian captivity, but that was alluding to Babylon, this current oppressor, Esau, Edom.
The daughter of Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon. This place hasn't been touched, but it's going to be touched because it's going to be left desolate. You know,
I got a quick
so that
oh,
golden, no, you get that golden city is here. It's America.
Con.
You know, you got it out.
Con, I got a precept just to get the point how the brother said that Babylon is linked to Esau Edom. This is Psalms 137 and verse 7. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof." Verse 8, "O daughter of Babylon." So showing you Esau is linked to Babylon that we're going into in Isaiah the 14th chapter.
Uh-huh.
So it says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed." So that's coming on the way. It says, "Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall she be, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." And that's a part of going into captivity as you led us into captivity. You know, so just continuing in the verse, it links and connects Babylon going into the Edomites. And those are the rulers that be now in the last days before Yahweh shall return to the earth. The Edomites are going to be the ones ruling. Y'all got it?
And plus, Babylon, ancient Babylon, fell through the Persians and the Medes, and it was a surgical strike. You can read about that in Daniel 5.
Right.
But yeah,
It still happens to us today. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 5. "The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindered."
Can somebody give that Habakkuk 2, 4 through 6?
This is Habakkuk 2, verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." It says, "But the just shall live by his faith." Okay, and that the soul that's not lifted up right in him, that's talking about Esau Edom.
Esau Edom.
Okay.
Yeah. Con.
It says, "Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man." Okay, still talking about Esau. Okay, because who is the number one, the proudest person, man? Okay, Esau Edom.
It said it can pass him like a chain and like on a garment. So it's like
Yeah.
it's in him. It is in his make to be prideful.
Right. It says, "Neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied." Neither keep it at home. Who goes around trying to put his philosophies and his ideas on every other nation, man? Every other country. This is Esau. It's plain, like the scriptures say, if not him, then who is?
His image reached the heavens, like it covers the faces of the judges. Like that's how. Not only does he does it on the earth, he does it in the heavens. That's that nigga.
Right.
That's Esau, the wicked.
But I mean, he has gone all around the earth, you know, wreaking havoc everywhere he's gone. There's no place
Right.
on this whole planet where they could say, well, hey, you know, Esau came here and things are better for us. Everywhere, I mean, all the nations,
Right.
you know, I mean, all the nations, you know, first and foremost, because we don't really give a shit about the other nations. But, you know, but he has done that. He has done that to everyone. So, I mean, it's obvious who he is, and he can't hide anymore. You know, it's being revealed. His skirt, it's being lifted up.
Right.
You know,
That's
that
the-
last.
Yeah, that's more. It says, "Neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death." Because like there in what was that in I think it was in Lebanon, where he tried to come over there with the alphabet game, and they said, "No, we don't want that. Here it is. You know, you're trying to promote this alphabet game, but we need resources. We need other things, but you're trying to push this. You know, we need to be able to defend ourselves, but you're pushing this. Okay, you're not. Hey, when you go into that alphabet game, that's death, man. That leads to death. How can? I'm not gonna go there, but that just leads to death, though. You know, but keep moving in the scripture. It says, "And is as death, it cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all nations, and heap it unto him all people."
Right. And he heaped to himself all people. you know, and oppress everybody, you know, the Israelites first and foremost, but the other nations as well, you know. So everybody's mad at this cracker.
Hey,
The wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
That's right.
this dude oppresses himself.
Con,
Says he that is evil to himself.
Precept.
Go ahead,
Con.
Kasai.
God, like the brothers going into, like who else is pushing their ways going into these other countries and saying that, man, this is how y'all should treat y'all women. This is how y'all should treat y'all men and everything. Like, this is how y'all should treat y'all children. Now, Esau, Edom, the Edomite, who the Lord gave this world into the hands of, has been doing wickedly wicked. And everybody's taking up a parable about this devil at this point in time, especially in which we live in, because all his things are being exposed. His track record, his long history of rape, robbery, and murder and everything. And the Lord's coming back to deal with it. I get this precept right quick in the book of Isaiah 13:11, going into the previous verse and also this verse as well. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. Man, the world goes into those who follow up after Esau, Edom. And the wicked are the Edomites, man. It says, for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, man. And the terrible is Esau, Edom. Okay? Just wanted to bring that out, land backing off the brother. You got it.
You was gonna say something?
Isaiah 14.
No, hold on, Slocky, because the brother had said, like he had said, the world, because the world had followed after the idolatry at one point. Okay, but then they're like, hold on, this is not beneficial to us. Okay, but just to back that up real quick, this is Jeremiah 51:7. It says Babylon, okay, and we already know who Babylon is, okay, had been a golden cup in the Lord's Yahweh Shem Yahushai hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken her for wine, therefore the nations are mad. And like we've been saying, the wine is not talking about just like a regular wine that you would get out of the liquor store or the corner store. No, we're talking about the philosophies, man. Okay, they push that philosophy everywhere. Okay, and it's to the point to where the nations are like, nah, man, hold on. At one point, you had us fooled with that. Okay, but that's not getting it though. Now they're mad and they're upset. Like, oh, okay, but not only are they upset, but because they went along with the feminists, you know what I'm saying? All these the ideas that America has, okay, they went along with it, and it didn't do nothing but destroy them, man. It was destroying them.
They're very Babylon is very manipulative on the nations. Like they're very cunning and crafty at on a high level of wickedness, and people fall for that shit. And these are the people who have all the resources. So they like really push it on you and force it on you, but in the weak fall for that shit.
Right. Right. At one point they fell for it. Now it's like, okay, well, hold on.
They're realizing.
Now they realizing like, nah, man, that shit ain't adding up. You know? Or you just coming over here now, and the Most High is making him bare, like the brother said, lifting up that skirt. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now we're able to see, okay, this what you on. Okay, now stay your ass over there though.
Yeah,
you know?
That wine is wearing off. They're coming down from being drunk so they can see, more clear. Right. But also, when you bring it out too, it goes back to Isaiah 14:4, that golden city.
Right. That's right.
But Isaiah chapter 14, verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and it's quiet. They break forth into singing. And that's not going to happen until we get to the kingdom.
That's once Esau, Edom is broken.
I think we got to 5, right?
Yeah, we skipped the precept.
No, we had 7.
Yeah. We have read that earlier.
We're at 7?
Yeah, we're at 7.
I just referenced 4.
Okay, so
the whole earth is at rest. That's once Esau, Edom is taken out of power. No, go ahead.
Isaiah 14:8. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us.
Yeah, I mean, the feller is the lumberjack.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau, Edom, as it is now, what was it? Bill Gates. The guy's he wants to burn trees. He wants to cut
down the trees and bury them.
Bury them because shit, who the hell knows why? But anyway,
I mean that's just
carbon, but deforestation, but also trees going to the people too.
So
it's twofold.
Yeah, that's Mark 8 and 24 with Yahushua when he healed the man.
Starting at 22,
and then also you have it in Judges chapter 9, how it's the trees were
Similar to-
they were similar to for the trees.
We could bring out some of the precepts.
Just think about the time, because we already.
We can always do a part two.
Kind
But I
Okay.
got a precept to add.
of, yeah.
This is Ezekiel chapter 36. No, Ezekiel 35 and 15. As thou did rejoice in the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am the Lord. Oh, Salaki, let me start up at 14. This is what I wanted. It says, thus saith the Lord God, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. And as thou rejoiced at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am the Lord. Just to go back to Isaiah, that precept, the earth is going to rejoice again. Rest and peace is going to be back on the planet Earth whenever the Edomites get their judgment, as we're going into. The Babylon gets judged. You know, this Babylon that we're in.
And that Revelation 6 and 4 talks about how Esau was, that red horse, who was Esau, was given that, that sword. And he's also here to take peace off the earth.
Right.
If I can grab that right quick, which shows that, once he's put out of rulership, peace is going to return back to the earth.
Go ahead.
If I can grab this right quick, this is Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Okay, and we understand this is what he's done. He's taking peace off the earth. All right, which is more, evidence to show that, man, he's the devil the Bible speaks of, that he only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And it says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So my long he's in rulership, there's going to be no peace out here. You got it.
All right.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Yeah, so that hell is going to be a condition, So you're going to rise. You're going to come from being on top of the world to going into slavery, hardcore slavery, and the dead in this verse is talking about the other nations. It's talking about the other nations are going to, basically, are you weak as are you? How have you become as weak as thee? Because he's put these other nations down, and now the other nations are rising up, saying, hey, you just like us now. You not this big bad bully on the block anymore.
I got a precept real quick. This is Isaiah 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Hey, and that's just you being up high. You're gonna be brought down low. Sit in the dust.
I'm gonna read that in the NLT. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, "In the place of the dead, there is excitement over your arrival, showing you that the nations are gonna be ready for this man to get his ass abased, to be overtaken. To get his lick. This proud ass guy, this proud nation, they can't wait to see the downfall of America now, man. So it says, the spirits of world leaders and mighty kings long dead stand up to see you. So yeah, showing you how.
Yeah, that's that actually go a little bit in the reincarnation, but
Right.
What's it also? I think, is that Revelation 13? It says, "Who can make war with the beast?" Just like people wondering that, like, man, who can? Because all these other nations, they hate this bitch. But it's like, man, we can't do nothing about it. Who can make war with it? Hey, when you get laid out, hey, you get to see Debo get laid out. You got it.
I just went into that. Go ahead, verse 10.
Isaiah 14 and 10. Y'all just about to say that. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
And that's talking about pride of America. The music is trash, and then it's corroded. That going where is it? The worm is spread under thee. That goes into corrosion. Look at the infrastructure of America. I mean, you can't drive down the street without running into a pothole. You got bridges falling everywhere. You got it's just look at Joe Biden. He can't even walk up the damn stairs. He's a perfect representation of how America has decayed.
Right.
Throughout all the history of America. When have we had a president that oh my God, it just damn 1 foot in the grave. You walking around with 1 foot in the grave. It looks like
It might already be there.
Pooping on himself.
Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Okay, and that word Lucifer is just light bearer. I mean, the Christians try and say that this is Satan or something like that, but all that is light bearer. Enlightened one. So, but I guess that's H1966 light bearer halal.
Hayallah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that goes to them calling themselves the Illuminati, the enlightened ones, or that's why people have been so hypnotized to where they believe everything this man say is correct or is gold. Isaiah 14 and 12. 13.
Well, hold on. Just to make a point too, in verse 12, how it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?" That's not talking about the Lord kicking Lucifer out of heaven.
Yeah, that's going from rulership into slavery.
Yeah, that's change of positions.
Right.
Just like going back to verse 4, that's that explaining it. That's like breaking verse 4 down, how it says in verse 4 that thou hast taken up this proverb against the king of Babylon,
Right.
and say, how hath the oppressor seized?
Right.
The golden city seized. That's what that's talking about. And to get a quick one, this is Lamentations chapter 2 and 1. It says, how hath the Lord covered the daughter of, just to show the example of being brought from on high to low. It says, how hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with the cloud in his anger, and cast it down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger. So showing you how we were once, it was noticed on the earth that these are the sons and daughters of God. Now you can't tell. Just like going back to Isaiah 14, the rulers of the earth in the past, you will not be able to tell that that's them. So y'all got it.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart or thy mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power. I will also sit, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
And those stars is talking about Israel. I guess it's Genesis 37 and 9.
And the mount of the congregation also. Just like we've been going into that Zion,
This is Genesis 37 and 9. It says that he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me.
So that was Joseph telling, he was telling his brothers, and the star represents Israel.
Right.
I got another one. That
And just real quick, the sun and the moon, that represents knowledge and wisdom.
Got another one.
I got preach up.
Revelation 2 and 1. Go ahead.
you got it.
It's all-
John, this is Job This is Job chapter 20, laying back off the brothers, and 6. It says, though his excellency mounts up into the heavens, and his head reaches into the clouds, it says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found, yet he shall be chased away as a vision in the night of the night. It says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Just lambasting off the brothers off the last 2 verses on how Esau Edom is going to perish away. Though he's prideful and he's haughty and he's thinking none can stop him or anything, the Lord's going to bring him down. He's going to perish away eventually as his own fit, upon the earth. You got it.
I got another one with the stars. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And this is representing Israel. But
So yeah, he said he was gonna be up above the stars, basically the stars of the Most High, which
Right.
is Israel,
Right.
and
Right.
that's what he's done.
Right.
He's been over us and he took us down.
Right.
Well,
And
because
it
that's
said-
how the Most High.
we'll go ahead.
Khan. Yeah, Khan. I mean, that was prophesied to happen,
Khan.
and that's what happened. But it's his turn to go down though.
And if you continue reading in chapter 12 or Revelation 12, it'll tell you that dragon, which is representative of Esau, Edom, cast a part of
Right.
part of the stars to the ground.
The
The third
the
part.
southern- the
Right,
southern.
right.
You're talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi
Gone.
when they came, because the northern kingdom was already here.
Right.
They came and got us from West Africa. That's when they came and got us, and they brought us here. That's what
Right.
that's going into.
Gone.
14.
I got a precept. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And that's something spiritual as we're talking about, and that's even going to be a physical event that took place on earth whenever they had that launch, the Apollo launch. What was that, like 1969, 1970? And that's history you could look up. And what happened? That's whenever things started changing. Like the brothers always going to the history of the truth being taught. That's the same time Abba Bivens started, preaching Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. So that's whenever the fall of Esau really got taken into effect.
Right,
man.
right. Yeah, because saying the scripture that whenever he goes into the stars, but now this star the brother talking about, that's talking about the actual stars in the sky.
Yeah, that's
Okay, but in context with that one, that's talking about Israel. The stars, okay, because he brought himself above us. Like a good example, a perfect example of that is Job 9:24. He painted the images thereof. Okay, the Renaissance period, he changed the images of how the Most High look, how the sun look, how the angels look. He painted it to his likeness. So he put himself above the stars, above Israel. You see, but
Right.
you got to point out.
Yeah, that's that 2 Thessalonians
2 and 4. Come on,
He
that's it.
opposes himself. I'm going to go ahead and get it. It says
Come on.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. It says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called power.
Right.
Power. It says, or that is worshipped, so that he as a power, sitteth in the temple of power, showing himself that he is a power. So
Right.
he's put himself into that, as a deity. That's why this Isaiah 14, man, it's so deep, it's so good,
Right.
because you see these things playing out right now.
That's right.
He's deified himself, and he's losing that power of being looked at as a god. And all
Right.
these other nations are looking at him like, you lunch meat now, man.
Right.
You see how you've been ruling, you turned us all against each other, but now you succeeded in unifying us, and now it's your ass, man.
That's right. That's right.
So it's like these things are playing out right here in our reality. So it's,
That's
I
right.
see how it's that.
Con. Hey, because we know ultimately that's what it is. The Most High, like the scriptures say, he's making him bare. at one point everybody fell for him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fell for the trick. You got people even today that's not even in the truth. They say, nah, y'all full of shit.
Yeah.
But this Israel shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody start. You have been made bare. Nobody falling for your tricks no more. That's why I say in verse 4, like the brother had said, in the latter end, it says, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased. Because like I said, hey, that golden cup, everybody was drunk off that shit, man, at one point. Now, no, man, you have been made bare. We're starting to see through your bullshit. Everybody's starting to see through your bullshit because the Most High is making you bare, man. And going back into that verse, because it says, the latter end of Isaiah 14 and 13, it says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. That congregation, that's Israel. Okay, that's how we know that it's talking about Israel. But you got, did you finish that verse?
Number 14.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Isaiah 14 and 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Yeah, and that's Esau Edom with his planes and his satellites.
Right.
You know, he wants to monitor every goddamn thing. You know, he wants to put a digital awe in your hand so he can tell you, you know, what you can have, when you can have it, or if you had too much. You know, so I mean, he's just a damn devil.
Right.
Just a damn devil. You know, he wants to be like the Most High.
Right.
You know, he wants to program you. He wants to tell you what, you know, how you feel. And when you feel, you know, he wants to do every goddamn thing.
Right.
I've been seeing lately on YouTube or whatnot these commercials about the carbon-friendly eating and stuff like that. Like how you need to limit what are you eating and all this shit. Like, man, nigga, fuck you.
Right.
This is America.
And that's it, like the brother had mentioned earlier. Shmawan, like he was saying that when he put the satellites in the heavens, that's how that started, and that was the end of that was the beginning of your end when you did that. You know, that's when he started able to have that control to know, trying to know everything. You know what I'm saying, with the satellites that you got up there. You know.
Yeah, because what's it say? If thou can measure the
Right.
basically going in,
Right.
if you can measure the space, measure the ocean, that's when he really trying to do that.
He been on it every day.
Yeah.
He been on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And every time they come out, every week they come out like, dang, the universe, like we just
Right.
found a new universe, a
And you
new
ain't even touched
galaxy.
the scratch.
Like,
You ain't scratched the surface.
Because he wants the Most High to get rid of Israel. That's at Jeremiah
Yeah.
31 and 31.
Right.
and that's really going into the Most High's humor. Like, hey, if you could do
Right.
this,
Right.
you can,
Right. Been setting the trick back.
yeah.
You watching them fail.
Right. Right. You just sit back laughing. You know, we all laughing at your ass.
You know, and the nigga proud too.
Yeah. That's the thing. And he's proud, brother. He is. That's a prideful person, man. They just walk around just proud. Like, man, you're losing, bro.
That's why in Proverbs, pride goes before destruction. So that pride has to be destroyed, or that precept won't be accurate. It'll make the Most High a liar.
Right.
Isaiah 14 and 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shaking the kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners?
Man, if I could just add on that.
No, well, I mean, you know, that's look at him. That's Esau Edom.
Right.
You know, all the other nations are gonna say, you know, because he's gonna be brought down. You know, well, at right now he's going down.
Right.
He's gonna be brought down, and then you know the other nations gonna look, hey, you just like us.
Right.
You just like us now.
You-
You ain't no big bad Mr. White Man.
Right. And you actually they're starting to realize that you're weaker than us.
Con,
Okay. You know,
God.
like it says.
you're inferior.
Who
Right.
wasn't one of the apostles or something like that was doing some of like people that do a marathon? I think I was listening to it this morning. It was like all these people that run marathons and stuff like that. Like the people that are winning now, it used to be Esau always winning, but now it's like mostly Kenyans in the marathons and all these other nations that is like Esau weak.
Yeah.
Like they seeing Esau is so weak, like you can't even keep over like the Kenyans.
Right.
He can't go out and work in the sun.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Right. And like it says in 17, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. Like you had brought out earlier with Bill Gates. Why do you have to destroy all those trees, bro? Okay? Like they go to these other countries, you know, Libya, Iraq, Okay, these used to be tourist sites. Okay, now they're war zones. Okay, after you came and you came up with the false flags, went in there and invaded, and you destroyed these places, man. Destroyed these cities. Okay, now they're war zones. Okay, and this is what you constantly have been doing ever since when they came over here with Gad and Reuben. Okay, same thing.
This nigga will go over there, do all that stuff, go and destroy the whole country, and then turn around and be like, "Why can't these people just get it together?"
Right.
What?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
That's how it's gonna be in the kingdom. That type of same curse is gonna be put upon them. We're gonna tell them pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
Right. That's
Like-
right.
Like young Elder Altazari and I camp went into, he did a lesson on that. You know, pulling them up by the bootstrap. We're gonna see. We're gonna keep that same energy, as the kids say.
You said it's the latter end of that. It says that open not the house of his prisoners. Okay, and that's talking about us. He ain't tell us who we were. Okay, they tried to keep that from us. Hey, that's always been the scene. They tried to keep it from us who we were. You see?
You
Two
know,
brothers got it.
I got a precept.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah chapter 25 in verse 21. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth." And who are the high ones? The elite. You know? Verse 22, it says, "And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit." Going back to how it mentioned starting in verse 15, back in Isaiah, the 14th chapter. So it says, "And shall be shut up in the prison, in many days shall they be visited." And you're never, how these people think they have bunkers to hide in an escape route for the destruction that's coming.
Right.
You're gonna be dealt with. Nobody's gonna escape the destruction that's coming. Only the elect. Like, that's how it is. Even say these other nations, wherever they are, these other lands, after the destruction is over with in America, they're not gonna be okay. Because the elect have to come back down on the earth and rule.
That's right.
And reign with Yahushua. So they're gonna be gathered up. Wherever you are, you're gonna be gathered up like a prisoner. You're going into captivity.
Time to bury those bodies.
Right.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 18. "All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house."
Yeah, all the nations are gonna go back to their own lands. You know, all the nations are gonna go back to their own lands.
Isaiah 14 and 19. "But thou art cast out of the Salakia." Isaiah 14 and 19. "But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned."
Yeah, that's Esau Edom. You know, he's not going to have an inheritance like the other nations. He's not gonna have somewhere to go back to because he's done killed his own damn people. He done destroyed everything. So his inheritance is gonna come to the children of Israel.
That's right.
Right.
They're not gonna have no use for that land, so it's gonna come to us, even though all the lands belong to us anyway. But
Right.
they're not gonna have any use for it. That's our land to begin with anyway. So it's just coming back to the rightful owner. Plus, they're not gonna need it for anything anyway, because they're gonna be living in
Servants
pits and
Like,
living far,
you
far
can't
off.
at a certain point. They're gonna be cleaning up the mess they made and being in bondage. But after a certain point, is we don't need wickedness around anymore. We don't need you around anymore. Beat it. And when we not beat it like you go off to your own land. No, beat it. You gonna die, nigga. It's over for you.
We're gonna be out in the fields.
Well, shoot, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up right there.
We're gonna say
Oh, yeah.
23.
Con-
Yeah, start with 23.
I mean, we can.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna keep going to 23.
So 23.
Go ahead.
Can I make a point?
Hold on,
real
wait,
quick?
yeah.
You got it up.
John, because brother said he has no inheritance and everything, and that goes into one of his curses, being that he's a fugitive and a vagabond, being that he's operating, or he has that spirit of Cain upon him, and in fact, previous life he was Cain, so he's a fugitive and a vagabond. Vagabond goes into, having no place to call his home and everything. No place to, where he feels dwell at. Oh, you got it.
Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
I pull Psalms 149, 5, and Ezekiel 35 and 5.
I got the Psalms 149, 5.
Con.
Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Con. So that's that preparing slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Con.
Got that Ezekiel 35. I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. Okay, and when you say Mount Seir, that's also talking about Esau Edom. Read about that in Genesis.
Yeah, that was their
30.
inheritance. That,
Yeah, I think it's 38.
Mount Seir was Esau's inheritance.
I got you.
Let's get it real quick, just for edification.
But
This
we're
is-
not supposed to prophesy against Esau either, you guys.
Right. This is
Who
Genesis
said that?
chapter 36 and verse 8. Thus
36.
dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. So Esau is synonymous for Seir
Right.
and Edom.
And Basra,
And
Basra.
Basra.
Con also
Babylon the Great.
That's 36.
8.
Read
Huh.
9, I think.
Yeah, verse 9. It says, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir.
Right.
So yeah.
So just to give context, so going back to Ezekiel 35 and 3, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, on Mount Seir I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And this is the point. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou had not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
That's right. And that's what they have, that perpetual hatred. So they're going to still hate us while they're in captivity. But we're going to get the same blood from them even more than what they shed. And then also when it's talking about calamity, I like when it says we're going to laugh at their calamity. We're going to do a lot of smiling and a lot of laughing, when we have these heathens in our possession again.
Okay, like in Revelations, how it says, reward her double.
Right.
Con.
Yeah.
But just like, when you talk to the so-called white man today, he said, well, that was slavery. That was years ago. That was my forefathers. But what the verse says is prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. So you can't get away. Even though we know,
Right.
with that spiritual eye that you are your fathers, but right here it doesn't matter if it was you or not. You're gonna pay for the iniquity for what your forefathers have done, for
Yeah.
all of the wealth that you have amassed over the years. You're gonna have to pay for that shit.
Hey,
All of it.
like you said, okay, you can't accept reincarnation. Okay, well, guess what? The offspring will suffer what the fuck they did. So there's no escaping.
It's no escaping.
Right. Hey, you say you had a precept out?
Bring it out, Kasad.
Don, because he's got to pay for these things that he's done on the face of this earth. There's no escaping. The Lord said, I will not acquit the wicked at all. So this is Jeremiah 49 and 10. Now it says Jeremiah 49 and 13. This is the Lord Yahweh speaking. He says, for I have sworn by myself, okay? He swore by himself, said the Lord Yahweh, that Basra, which is the chief place of Edom, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. So now the Lord has nothing but death and destruction. And as the brother was going into last night on the call, that now he is fit for destruction. and everything. He has created him just to destroy him.
That's right.
You know, ultimately, you got it.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
And I had one more verse on that. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 7. It says, "Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth."
That's talking about America. You know, the chief place of Esau Edom is mainly here in America.
Read 21.
But that was
I was going to read the last two.
that'll work.
Isaiah 14-22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts.
And that bittern is basically desert creatures. You know, bittern and pools of water, and he's gonna sweep it with the ICBM missiles. He's gonna totally, utterly destroy the, you know, Basra, America. You know, the Lord of Hosts is gonna utterly destroy, you know, this place we call America.
That's right.
You know,
1
like
hour.
I said, you're not gonna be able to recognize what it looks like. He's gonna destroy it with the besom of destruction.
I got a precept for verse 22. How it said, I'll read it again. It says, "For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remember, Salakia, the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord." And earlier, to make a point, how we connected Babylon to Esau in Psalms 137, and how it said the son, so his offspring is going to trickle down. This is Deuteronomy 26 in verse, I'll get straight to the point. It says, verse 19. I'll start at 16. Now 17 it says, "Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when you were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High." Verse 19, "Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God had given thee rest from all thine enemies round about thee," that's speaking on the behalf of the Israelites. It says, "In the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it." So what's going to happen after we go back to our homeland? It says that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek. That's one of the sons of Esau. That's a descendant of Esau. So, hey, a total wipeout from Esau, Edom on down, man.
Right.
Then it says, "From under heaven, thou shalt not forget it." So it's going to happen. It's going to happen, man.
With that being said, we kind of stretched for time. We're gonna have to make a part 2. So closing out, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem HaKadosh.
double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Hopefully, this lesson will be edifying to the hopeful to the flock. Again, shalom.
Shalom.
Wow.
Yahweh Yahshua Allah.